this video I did what I call a little plaster or little parging fix-up job. And it's one of those jobs where they're going to sell the house. They don't want to throw a lot of money at it. They just want to patch it up, just if like you have an old car and you want to get it inspected. You don't put new fenders and new paint jobs on, you just patch it up. So I patched it up, went around it, painted it with a flat white paint, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Now today we are going to patch up this foundation and paint it. I'm going to take you around the whole thing because I want you to see how we're going to do it. See it? We got some block over there, right there, right here, up into there, all the way around. I'm just going to show you what I do to fix up a foundation, because they're not keeping the house, they're going to sell it. So that's what we're going to do. So then, if it ain't loose, I ain't going to bother it. This is bad. That's good.
More of the pieces come out, don't it?
That's it.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Huh?
Just like I said before, get everything out that bad. That's it. This is an old stone foundation from the miner days. So, get it all out. Anything that's loose. Okay, I want to make a point here. You see under here where this is good, and you get down here and you're in the old foundation. How come the bottom all fell apart? There's number one reason right there. No rain gutters. Well, the water falls down, splashes on the ground. Cement is not waterproof. It gets behind there, it freezes, and starts popping it off. Rain gutter is your biggest defense against stucco foundations. That's your biggest defense. I always put a rain gutters on. Stops a lot of problems, water in the basement, etc., etc. This is all the stuff we knocked off of that wall, right there. Just so you could get an idea. Going around this whole building, we're gonna wash it all down, get all that junk out of there. Just like that. All the junk out of it. Alright, we're doing a one coat system. We're using hard mud because, like I told you, now we got some wood in the background here. Well, what are you supposed to do? Well, you always wet it first, paint it, get the Portland in there good. You can see how it's coming out. It's looking good. If I try to do anything more, I'd be taking money off them. The reason is because you can't put wire on it. I don't like wire. I told you before. Wire, you get termites. You get everything behind the wire when it pulls away from the building. Over in Europe, this is what they do. Them buildings been there for 3, 4, 5, 600 years, some of those buildings. They just keep patching them up. We're doing the exact same thing. Now we're using a stiffer cement, and that's because it won't shrink. Sometimes if I was doing it, I want to get real serious about it, I'd put a coat on and then I'd wait, and I'd put a coat on the next day. But that's not what's going on here. We're just making it look good, that's it. Just like that. Straightening it out the best we can. In here a little bit. a sponge. Rinse it out. That's it. Like I said, you've seen me ripping all that. If I built it out to try to make it straight, you see me ripping all that stuff out at the beginning of the job. That's what happened here. You know, if you want it straight, then basically asking for too much on a job like this. They just want to get it good so they can sell the house. That's what they're paying me for. So sometimes a lot of young guys ask me, well, you know, how do you get a job? I got to do a video on that. See that? That's looking good. That's we're going to leave it. Now, it's going to check on me a couple of spots. I'll check it tomorrow, and then we're going to be painting it. We're going to dry for a few days, and we're going to paint it. So that's it. It's still wet. I'm going to come back and check it later on. That's what I do. Get yourself a 4-inch, 3.5-inch brush, and some paint, and go for it. Usually, they're supposed to wait a month. I'd say a week or 2 weeks is pretty good, depending on the weather. You can tell by looking at the cement. I'm going to talk a little bit about that job. I just got back from looking at it. I did it over a year ago. A lot of times I don't like putting things on YouTube unless they're a year old. The old miners, they just threw stones in them foundations and bricks and anything they could drag off the hill, wood, metal, anything. And all it was an old miner house. They just wanted to patch it up so they could sell it. I just got back from Scandinavia. That's the way they've been doing it for hundreds of years over there. It always works. Got to make sure it's wet. You mix your Portland into a paint. Well, that thing is still wet. You paint it. Go right over it. One of the best bonding agents in the world. It always works. So the big deal is keep the water away from your foundation, and it won't spoil that fast. I like painting it. The old timers used to whitewash everything with cement, but today's paints, they really keep the moisture from them. The walls last longer. I like that. So that's it. Just wanted to throw that in and get that video out. It's over a year old. So I'm Mike Haduck. Thanks for watching. Until next time.